Hey guys, so welcome back to the vlog. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining. As always, do what they say for YouTube: like, comment, share, and subscribe. So today we have our guest, and our guest is my mom.
Hi.
Say move it.
Hi.
Right? So today we're cutting up some greens, some bok chow that we're gonna eat, and I was just like, we're talking, so let's just use the opportunity to record what we're talking about. And what we will be talking about is the difference between, and if she can remember, when she was pregnant with either me, my sister, even my younger brother, and like what she has experienced now being here with me, because she was here for like labor and delivery before and all that. So welcome to the vlog. You've been here before unofficially but this is your first time as a guest. So welcome to the vlog. Thanks for having me. You're supposed to say that.
Thanks for having me.
Right? So how would you compare being pregnant in Jamaica? Yes, she's from Jamaica. And seeing me pregnant here in the US. What are your likes, dislikes? What do you think about it?
My likes.
Yeah.
Is
Don't go into labor and delivery. Just talk in general. We're gonna talk about that maybe after. You're not gonna.
Oh, my likes. Well, my likes. What I noticed.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you know. Yeah. Mhm.
Is that if, for one thing, if I was here before, I probably wouldn't have talked you down from getting the
Induction. Why?
Because
You were on the phone. I explained to you the reasons why this.
No, but
Just-
coming here
Yeah.
enlighten me more on what you were going to do.
Okay.
Yeah, for one, I didn't like the induction.
What you said? So you being here, you understood it better, or
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Because I would say wait until after the time then, and then talk about doing induction.
Okay.
That's the dislike for me.
So guys, you would have, I think you would have known more about my, or heard more about my induction in my birth story vlog. You can go watch it, right, if you haven't. So, okay. In terms of like the atmosphere here, we've been on the road, right, together when I was pregnant. Did you notice any like similarities, differences there?
The difference is for me, being with you is better than, to me, it's better than in Jamaica.
Also.
More better. Because for instance, as much as you said the healthcare is is cheaper in Jamaica than over
Cheaper
here.
meaning free.
But the way how the nurses and the doctors, you know, deal with you here, yeah.
Okay. Well, you're paying for it. Well, there are places where you pay for it and the neglect is still there. So I would even say that. All right. But in terms of like chivalry and like kindness, do you towards pregnant people? Do you think have these? Well, you never go lots of places, but the places that you went, did you notice that, or would you say Jamaica has that down pat more than here?
I said I haven't been, I haven't been out
Before. But I would say Jamaica has that better than here. Like, and as I've said before, I've waited in lines when I was pregnant.
No. It's happening in Jamaica too, because once before, you know, they would always say, all right, she's a pregnant lady, give her the seat, or let you come up at the front of the line.
When I went, I experienced that. I
Most
really
people,
liked it.
for me, still, if I'm somewhere traveling in a bus or anything, say a pregnant female, I will let them sit down or put them before me, but not everyone is the same.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's similar.
Okay, so let's go down to the meat of the matter. Labor and delivery. I know in my Let's Go to the Hospital vlog, I did ask you how you were feeling. But because I know you, you weren't giving me your genuine feeling. Maybe to protect me too. But how did you feel? Because for one, we were late. But not that we were rushing either. Because thankfully we reached there the right time. But yeah, how did you feel going in?
I was anxious and scared for you.
Okay.
Yeah. More than ever.
So walk us through, because it was Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So walk us through from Saturday in the day, because we weren't talking a whole lot in the day, but we were like just chilling, watching TV. Talk us through the whole experience for you. And from your standpoint, like you got up Saturday morning knowing that okay, today's the day that we're gonna take her there and da 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 da. So yeah, talk us through from you got up Saturday.
Yeah, that was the exciting part.
Okay.
But getting there and seeing all that was done to you.
No, don't do that. Don't be so general. We want you to go in the specifics. So we reached the hospital and then they talk about Saturday night. And I guess we did, all of us are okay Saturday night. So that's what I want to talk about.
Yeah.
So
We're
go on.
okay at some point. They gave you the thing on Saturday night?
They gave me the, is it Cervidil? I will put the correct name on the screen. But one of those, that first inducing method that they used was to insert, I'm not remembering the right name for it, but I think I said it right. But it will be on the screen as I said, right? And that was supposed to start thinning my cervix, right? That was what we did Saturday. Because Saturday we reached the hospital, we were joking. Everybody, we watched vlogs and all of that. Y'all, they fell asleep before I did. She was snoring in the people in the hospital. Listen, right? And as the doctor did inform us, Saturday night was gonna be a boring night, right? There wasn't gonna be much to it other than allowing, I think it's the Cervidil, to work its magic, right? So, okay, we wake up Sunday morning, and we find out, well, according to the doctors, it did what it was supposed to. For me, my expectation was probably high that it would have done
Right. Get it
right?
and it just happened.
Yeah. But the doctors say it did what they expected it to do. One, because this is my first pregnancy, and two, because like it's a waiting game, right? But mainly because it was my first pregnancy. Like they never expected it to do much, anything big like I did, right? So we wake up Sunday. How did you feel about Sunday?
Stress.
So that's when the stress started.
Yes.
Sunday when we wake up and nothing, you realize, okay, we did all of that because so your expectation was, they would have put that in me, and then in the night Saturday we wanted a break, and then
all of that.
Okay.
The best part for me was seeing my grandchild arrive.
When I reached that part,
That's the best part for me.
that when I reached that part, it was still there Sunday. Cause now it's Sunday, and I think what they did to me after that, they gave me something else. Sunday, we had to wait for my OBGYN to come on shift and all of that, right? And then she came and she checked, and we never ready, and we did the ballooning, right? And they were like, okay, ballooning with Pitocin, and I was like, let's just try the ballooning first and see. So we did the ballooning, right? How did you feel about that? Not that, I don't think you even know that, because you never do none of that.
No.
Right? We did that. And then again, for me, I know that okay, we're doing this is gonna make it work. Right? This is gonna be the final thing. Not the final thing. How did you feel then?
Still stressed.
Still stressed?
Yeah.
Okay. But again, the doctor said the balloon worked. It did what they wanted it to do. Right? It was at that point, I think that I said,
You wanted
come give me the... No, I never had the Pitocin in it. It was after I did the ballooning without any additional drugs, right? But then it was after she was like, okay, let's add some Pitocin. But after the ballooning was when I was like, okay, can we just do a C-section? How did you feel when you heard me say that? Because you rejected that idea. You were like, why?
Yeah.
How did you feel?
Because it wasn't necessary at the time.
Okay. But you were still nervous.
Yes, I was. Because you were doing all of that and still no baby.
Okay. So
I remember you started feeling pain.
that's the part when it started to give me when I started increasing my dosages now of Pitocin, and then we started doing the exercises with the yoga ball, right? The pain was like, okay, no. And then that one was when I was like, okay, get me the epidural, right? I took it like a champ. That I'm gonna say that.
She did.
I take all my jokes and prying and like a champ. None of them psyched me out, really. Right? But what I think psyched them out was when I had the epidural and was feeling pain. And even when they gave me that additional pain thing to release meds inside, I was still feeling the pain on one side of my body, right? Like it was just horrible. Like the epidural just didn't work, and I was so why am I take it, right? How did you feel at that point?
I was beginning to ask myself why they gave you it if they know that it wouldn't work. Because it don't make no sense. They're giving her something to help, and it is not.
At any point during that time, did you shed a tear or cry?
No.
No?
The only time I cried was seeing Ella.
You never cry?
No. You saw me cry?
Your eye never full of water?
Yes, but not like tears running.
Okay. Alright. So even when me a toss and I turn?
Yeah, as I said, my eyes full of water, but not like tears running.
Okay. She never did a ball, people, but she still just did concern. Alright, and then Sunday come and done. Me just eat ice. I never eat. Well, no, I ate breakfast. I'm gonna eat some else though.
No.
I just ate breakfast and eat.
Yes.
Oh, see? Them eat lavish, nice.
Yeah.
Go buy food and everything, right?
And I like how they made us feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the delivery part, labor and delivery side, because I didn't know it was two different rooms. When we did the tour, I was of the impression that even after, and we'll talk, I think I spoke about that too in my other video, but in the labor and delivery side, as I said in my birth story, I had the most beautiful nurses, the most helpful nurses, hands down, like every shift change that happened is like I got the best of the best in nurses to take care of me. That they were patient, they were concerned, they were genuine. Right, whatever I needed, however I was feeling, they acknowledged it, they tried to assist.
And as long as you called, they came, right?
They came, yes. Right? And so, let me see. We're coming back. Okay, we're back. We were talking about the nurses and just how wonderful they were. Right? So, that last push of like, okay, Sunday, still nothing. We're like laboring and, you know, fatigue and all of that.
Your OGN, your
BGYN.
OBGYN. She came Sunday
morning. Sunday morning. And she left Monday. She come Sunday morning and left Monday.
No, when you started, she came and she prepped you for to start pushing.
Yeah.
That was Sunday.
That was Monday. Early Monday morning. Because I went to my bed Sunday. Pause. Yes, we're back. So I went to my bed Sunday. Right? Still, I was like about maybe at a 7. As I said, my birth story has the better details of the timeline of this. My birth story has that. So go watch that if you want better details there. But Sunday I was about like 6-7 centimeters. Sunday night trying to fall asleep with a failed epidural. Right? And that was where, as I said, I said my sweet Jesus to the prayer, like, God, let me wake up and let this be a 10. Right? And then I woke up Monday.
Another thing that I didn't like either, because she came in, she prepped you. She started to tell you to do all these things. I started pushing. And the thing that I don't like is that she left.
This was the Monday. So when I woke up the Monday, glory be to God, I was at 7. I was talking to the nurse. I was like, nurse, if my dad at 10 now, Una will cut me. And she was like, why? I was like, I'm just now exhausted. Right? I've been here 3 days now, basically. And it's just exhausting. It was like, okay, she's gonna call my OBGYN and they're gonna check me, whatnot. Check me. As I said, I was at a 10. And with the quickness, when she said ready to push, I was like, yeah, I know where I go get strength from. And I don't know where I found it from, but it was God, right? But I was like, yeah, let's go. And that was where mommy was at, because she burst my water. They did that from the Saturday and all of that, and we were expecting to see great contractions, whatever. And I think she was also expecting to see actions in the middle of the night too, right? I think that was her hope, like between like midnight Sunday and early Monday, before her shift was through, she was expecting that something great would have probably happened, where I would have probably be feeling more pain, stronger contractions than what they were monitoring and all of that, right? So it was that Monday she came in like around after 5, and I know they changed shift like at 7 o'clock, I think.
Yeah, 7.
Right? And when she checked and they were like, okay, you're at 10, time to push, but you're still kind of high, but we can push, right? I was expecting her to come back quicker than she did so that we could start pushing, because I am no concern of the clock, because as I said, my perfect thing was to have her deliver me. In my head, that's how I planned it. for her to deliver me, because she was the one I was most comfortable with. She was the one looking up underneath me, seeing my, you get what I'm saying? She was the one, yeah, that I shared the journey with and all of that. So I get what mommy was saying, was like 7 o'clock come for her shift to change. She works at the actual office that I go to, because this is now the hospital that they're a part of, right? But she has appointments at the office to go to. So she was like, her shift is done, she has to go, and it's not like it's a free day for her or a day off. If it were, she would have stayed, but she has appointments to go to, right? But she has been communicating, according to her, she was communicating with her midwife all throughout the night, and she has shared with her my progress and all of that, and she is who will take over. Let me tell you, kisses to God, and salute to that midwife and the Nurse Kayla. I don't remember the midwife's name to be exact, but Nurse Kayla that came on that shift, because when she prepped me to push, and we started to push with Nurse Kayla actually and her, but she was more in charge, right? And she was like, yeah, I did like 3 rounds of, okay, 1, 2, 3, and yeah, and she even tell me, don't make the noise, because the noise can sometimes take away from a strong push. Right? Just right, so all of that. So that's what they were saying, they didn't like that. And I didn't like it either. Like, okay, you're prepping me to push and then you're just gonna leave. Like, I could understand where she have other appointments yet, but this is in the middle of someone doing something, right? Yeah. So that was that part where she left and we just had to labor down. Though she had suggested laboring down before we actually started pushing, and I was like, what is laboring down? Let us just start push. Right? So nobody liked that part. Me myself, I was very distraught in a little way, because I'm like, this is for me to get comfortable with 2 different person, and it was already like so.
And I was getting excited when she started, and then she just leaves.
Yeah. So like after that, we pushed for like an hour plus, right?
Mm-hmm.
I did, right? How did you feel in the push? Oh, you're looking up underneath me, but you know how it looks. You're my mother.
I didn't feel anything.
Okay.
I'm a woman and I've been through 3 pregnancies, so yeah. I didn't feel anything.
Okay. So see there, guys, so she didn't feel anyway. So,
but guys, being on the sideline,
rough. Would you do it again?
No.
Why? You were the one who were like, yes, I want to come in the delivery room.
Yes, because it's my first grandchild.
Okay. Because I was like, maybe you don't want to.
I don't want to be here again.
But you would do it for Sharika.
That's maybe.
Sharika, your mom just said maybe. So you said being on the sideline rough. Is it scary? Not scary in the terms of like ghost scary, but like scary in terms of like life and death scary.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel like something might have happened to me?
Tell the truth, no.
Why? Why?
I had faith, I prayed and I had faith.
Okay. So that's what I said. You prayed and you know that God that wasn't a part of God's plan. Okay. And then you say that favorite that time, but you weren't even looking when they called you up. Yes, let us acknowledge that, to come and hold up my back to help me pull. The lady said no. What was that?
But I did come up though.
Mommy, you didn't. You went back to sit.
I did come. I held their feet.
Yeah, and then you went back. Not even one good push. What was that? Were you afraid? Were
Yes,
you?
I was scared.
Oh,
That was a bit.
too much. Okay. So what you were scared in terms of like what was going through your mind if you can remember?
To see, alright. I know that I have been through it, but to see my child going through something like that, the pain and you crying and all of that, I felt a little scared. Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted it to be over. I felt a little scared.
Okay.
And it was at that time now, you know, me and my bawling and my hair water.
So she did cry, guys. She did cry.
But you know me, I cry already, so they know. I cry for everything.
Right now, she probably won't cry. Okay. And then we push and we push. How did you feel when you see like an hour pass and I was still pushing?
I said, no man, this child don't want to come out.
Did you ever think they were gonna like change and say, okay, let's just cut her?
No, as I said, I don't see any reason why they would
Okay.
change.
Okay. And then you saw the head before I did.
Yeah.
You knew the gender too before I even knew. So, how was that? Let's pause and say, how was that? Knowing the gender before I did.
That was good. I love that.
Okay. Okay. And then she was here. And she's here. Right? We saw her. She came.
After 3 days?
Well, I said 2 days.
2 days. After 2 long, stressing days.
Yeah. So, okay, yeah. So that was like labor and delivery. From my mom's point of view, how she felt. Oh. Okay, how did you feel? Did you, when, like, we were supposed to leave the room now, like everything was done. They did their checks of me, they did their checks of baby, and she was okay, we're gonna go into the post-delivery area. And you realize that I said that I was feeling pain, and then they say a bag of people started coming in the room and they started doing all sorts of stuff.
I forgot that part too.
What was going through your mind then?
That was after the baby, right?
Yeah.
I was scared, I guess. I don't remember that part. Because I'm not it's like I put it out of my head. I don't remember that part.
That was the whole hemorrhage part, guys, where I was just bleeding. And they were, they had it under control, I'm gonna say, and as I had mentioned before, like very capable staff.
Yes, they were.
Like they I never felt worried. I never felt unsafe through none of it.
They came like every 15 minutes.
Yeah, and even after, when all of that went through that, and they were eventually able to move me, like, and being on the ward after, what they call it? I don't know what them call the ward there, but that part, recovery room. Yes, the recovery room, right? Because mom stayed with me that night, the first night, because that was what I was saying, like in labor and delivery any amount of people can stay with you, but in the recovery part only one person can stay with you. How that makes sense? Wouldn't you want the same set of person who was in labor and delivery with you to be in recovery with you? And wouldn't you need more persons then, because have a child? Right?
You weren't
100%. Because I was weak, I lost how much blood and all of that.
Yeah, because at one point they had to give you blood.
Yeah. So that was a part that I didn't like, where like in the recovery room you couldn't have all that help and support there. Mind you, the space is there. Well, it wasn't as big as labor and delivery,
But it was a big space.
but the space was there for at least 2 persons to stay, right? So yeah, but you heard it, she did cry after she did that, so she never cried, right? And her most exciting part was seeing her grandchild.
Yeah.
Right? But we give thanks. We give thanks for her being here, even through this postpartum phase. Like, words aren't there to express just like the level of support and the rock that she has been. And I am just eternally grateful and eternally I wouldn't want to say indebted, but indebted to her. Right, guys? So for those of you who have your mom, right, and she can support you in this way, I'd say make every effort for her to be there if she can, right? And to include her, it feels good. It feels nice, the support, the knowledge.
Yes, and it feels good being included too.
Yeah, right? And enjoy it, right? And yeah, I think that's all that we have to say.
Yeah.
You heard how she felt, just her experience being here, and like in comparison to Jamaica, ain't no way, right? Because she told me, I don't know if it was with me, she ran under the bed. At the hospital, she ran under the bed.
That was my first pregnancy.
She ran under the bed when the pain started to hit her. Like, I know this vlog probably long and gone out at the point now, but I have to mention that part. But yeah, in comparison to Jamaica, mom, like, you don't have that level of support with you in delivery nor in recovery. It's just you alone.
It depends, because you have Andrews, you
Different
have
hospitals.
UWI Hospital,
And not all.
not all, yeah.
Like the private hospitals, you can have that experience of having someone.
Right.
Yeah, and you have that. But for the most part, for the average person who would be delivering at a public hospital, it's just you alone, you and God, and your child, and the nurses and the doctors who are there to take care of you, right? So just a little comparison, just her little take on it, how she felt, and yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching this vlog, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Wave, say bye.